Hey guys, welcome back to Automation eLearn. I'm your friend Suresh Dubey, and in this video I'm going to share 5 creative ways which can improve your resume quality. So I'm sharing all these 5 points based out of my experience. So as per my experience, I have come up with these 5 points. If you find these 5 points useful, then you can also apply that in your resume, which will improve the quality of your resume. So let's get started. So my first point is including your LinkedIn profile link in your resume. So this is the header section of my resume. So here, if you notice, I have included my LinkedIn profile. So guys, what happens is nowadays HR people do visit candidate LinkedIn profile just to understand the candidate in a better way. So nowadays, LinkedIn is your second resume, and we should maintain the LinkedIn profile just like our resume. We should update that on regular basis, and we should provide that link, profile link in your resume, probably in the header section of your resume. So that is the first point. My second point is highlight keywords. So here, as you can see, these are the few lines which I have taken as an example. So here, technical test lead is the important keyword which we can highlight, and here agile methodology or scrum processes, all these are the important keywords which are highlighted over here. So similarly, whatever keywords you think is very important based on your profile and based on the job profile that you are targeting, according to that you can mention the relevant keywords and you can highlight those in your resume. How this is useful, how highlighting keywords in a resume is beneficial. Whosoever is screening your resume, if the keywords are highlighted, then they can easily get idea like what is your profile and what are the tools and technology that you have worked on and you have mentioned in your resume. Let me share my experience. So I was a part of interview panel since long time now, and I do screen resume. I take an interview whenever there is a new opening. So we get hundreds of resume for one single opening, right? And what I have seen is people do not spend more than 30 to 40 seconds of time to screen your resume, because they have a lot of resume that they need to screen. So they only spend 30 seconds or 40 seconds of time. So your resume should be constructed and highlighted in a such a way so that they can easily understand about your profile within that 30 seconds only. And it also increase the chance of getting an interview call. So highlighting a keywords in your resume, especially in the summary section, is very, very important. My third point is related to project details that we mentioned in the resume. So we all mentioned previous experiences, right? So there we mentioned the company name and the duration, and we also mentioned the project details, what that project was all about and the roles and responsibility. But what happened is no one is interested in knowing about that project that you have worked on. Everybody is interested in knowing what was your roles and responsibility and what was the tools and technology, what was the tool stack that you have worked on. So again, this is the sample which I have taken, which you are seeing on the screen. So what we can do is do not mention project details. I have seen many resume where people has consumed half of the page to mention about the project details, and they spend 2-3 lines in the responsibility section. So what we can do is, as per my experience, we should not include project detail in the resume. You can explain about that during the interview if it is required. In the resume, keep it simple. You can mention the responsibilities or roles and responsibilities that you were responsible while working on that project. So this is the responsibility section, and you can list out all the roles and responsibility that you were responsible for. Second section is we can mention environment, tool or tool stack. What was the tool stack that you were using while working on this particular project? If you're working in an automation framework development, then there will be couple of things that you will be using, like Selenium WebDriver, Grid, TestNG, Maven, Jenkins. All these things are the tool stack that you have used. So according to your tool stack, you can mention all the details over here. All these details should be very precise in your resume, so that whosoever is screening, whosoever is referring your resume, they can easily make sense out of it and really understand what was your overall profile. My fourth point is again related to header section of the resume. Again, this is my experience. Nowadays, due to work from home culture, our current location is something else and the office location is something else, right? So I think we should start highlighting that in the resume. Like currently I'm living in Pune, but the office location is Mumbai. So ideally I should be living in Mumbai because my office location is Mumbai. But due to work from home culture, currently I'm living in Pune, but still my office location is Mumbai. Mentioning these details will give a clarity to HR people at very first place. If they want someone to live in Mumbai only because office location is Mumbai, either they will reject it or they will have a conversation with you. But having this information in the resume is important, and we should include that in the resume. My fifth and last point is about proofreading. When we screen resume, we do get a lot of spelling mistakes in the resume. So what we can do is we can also improve the quality by proofreading it. So how we can do that? I'm going to show you. I'm going to talk about one of the tool that you can install in your system, or you can also use that tool as a browser extension. And once you open any doc, for example, you are opening your resume and that tool is installed on your system, on your laptop, then it will keep scanning all the files, all the keywords that you have written in the doc file. And if there are any spelling mistake, it will underline that line and you can select and rectify that. That is the one thing. You can also find out the better synonym of it. Suppose you have mentioned something, for example, participated. So there may be a better synonym for the same word, right? That tool will also tell you other synonym, and if you think you can use synonym in place of participate, then you can take and you can replace. This is how it helps you in proofreading, and it will also improve the weightage of the keyword, weightage of the line that you have mentioned in the resume. So that tool is called Grammarly. This is a free, you don't have to pay anything. With the free version, you can use lot of important features. And here if you see, it's showing a demo like how we can change the keyword, how we can correct the spelling mistake that we have in the documentation. So this is a very handy tool. This is very useful, not only for the resume, but if you are writing any email or if you are preparing any other documentation, then you can use that tool. It will increase the overall quality, whatever you are writing, either resume or email or some other docs. So you can install Grammarly as an extension in your browser, or you can also install that in your system. It also support all these things. It support Gmail if it is installed in your browser, and if you are opening Gmail on the same browser, if you are drafting an email, it will tell you all the suggestions. It also support all these things. You can go and visit this site and you can download based on your operating system. It's free of cost and very useful that we all should use in our day-to-day life. For your reference, I have given a link in the description. You can open that, or directly you can also visit grammarly.com. You can search for the same on the Google as well. That's all guys. That was the 5 points which I have shared based out of my resume, and it's totally up to you whether you want to apply that thing on your resume or not. So please do share in the comment section which is the point which you like most and you are going to implement that in your resume. That's it for this video guys. In the next video, I will share few points which we should not implement, which we should not add in our resume, and eventually removing those things from the resume will also improve resume quality. I hope you find this video useful, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thank you for running this one. Thank you.